I want to cast the terrorists as new guys, and also it's going to be aimed for the international market. Lied about the dancing, but obviously that's my heart dancing with joy about how beautifully she sang.
What about 2611, the movie that you're making? What is the latest on that?
The whole film, it's a journey from the time they took over the trawler in the high seas, the Al Husseini boat coming into Kubair.
Sure.
The point is one episode, then of course the Taj lobby attack to the CST station. I'm taking each of the major attacks in separate episodes and I'm going to shoot them one after the other, giving gaps, because at the end of the day I'm not approaching it like a film, just like one more film.
Sure.
I mean, it is probably the second greatest event which happened in the world after 9/11. In terms of sheer complexity, I think probably it is much more ambitious and audacious. So a lot of research and a lot of teams are working on what I'm talking about. So in spite of me starting it now in March, that is, but it will be spread over about 6-7 months by the time I get done, because like I said, I need to prepare for each episode with so much of detail.
Mr. Varma, I think it has been widely acknowledged by many people that whenever it comes to portraying real events in the form of cinema, the way you've done it in a Satya or maybe in a Company or a few of the other movies, I think you do it beautifully. For Company, it was said it was almost like a journalistic approach that you had. You actually just jotted down points and situations and happenings and stuff like that. In that context, 2611 is a movie, I think, up that alley for sure. So can we see passionate Gopal Varma about telling his stories in a journalistic fashion back once again?
See, I'm always passionate irrespective of the film I've done, whether you liked it or not. Some film might not have been liked, some people might have been liked very much, but my passion has always been the same, whether it was a Satya or a Aag. It's another matter how they turned out. So because when the picture doesn't
my question is that it's basically sequences the way they're told, and
my effort would be genuine, that's what I'm saying. But because when you don't like a film, you will assume that I'm being careless, which is not the truth.
No, sir, it's not a matter of being careless or anything of that sort. The question is that, like, when it comes to a company, you're actually jotting down various events
but that's
the way
exactly
they must
what
have
I'm saying.
happened. Like the Chota Rajan and the Daud.
No, that's what I'm coming to.
You
See, I always believe this: every director is as good as the subject he chooses, and every actor is as good as the role he gets. So obviously, 2611, but the subject matter itself is so serious, you can't really fool around with it. It has to be very authentically portrayed. We all know, everyone is aware of what happened at night. But if suppose a member of the audience was there with the terrorists, with the cops, with the victims at the same time, and cross-cutting these three elements, thereby trying to make the average viewer experience what happened in that night. Like Mr. Rakesh Mari, the Joint Commissioner of Crime, I asked him this question: what are you doing exactly, physically, when you heard about the first report of the attack? He said, I was taking a shower.
You told us about that.
So that is the point.
Do we see Mr. Rakesh Mari taking a bath in your movie?
Yeah.
What are you doing for the casting?
I'm very sure I want to cast the terrorists as new guys, and some of the principal cops I'll be taking new people, but I don't mean it as in the so-called stars, because for me 2611, the incident itself is the main aspect. If at all anyone wants to see this film, they will want to see exactly what happened for the incident's sake, not because so-and-so is there, so-and-so is there. Sure. So I'm not treating it like a conventional film. I want to make it as authentic as possible.
And the camera technology, you'll be using the same as department, and
I'll be using multiple formats, basically because I switched to that format. Depending upon that particular sequence and shot, I'll be using various types of cameras.
What is the release strategy like going to be? When is it going to be releasing as it?
Like I said, it's not going to be ready before the end of the year as a full film, and also it's going to be aimed for the international market primarily.
It's a primarily international market.
Yeah, because it's going to be shot in actual language, in English and Hindi and Marathi, how they would have spoken. So I'm not trying to make it oriented for one particular audience. I'm not taking the audience into mind at all. Just recapture that in the most dramatic in the sense not to change it, but I'm saying, using the cinematic aspect to capture it.
Finally, you have made some interesting tweets about Sunidhi Chauhan, who has done quite a few songs for you, like Mast. She started off her career with you, and then she has done a Kambaktish. Sunidhi, I apologize for using word fucking fantastic. You are actually super fucking fantastic. Me and Sandeep are dancing to Mast songs. You know, the millions of people would love to see you dancing, in fact. How does Gopal Varma dance?
I lied about the dancing, but obviously that's my heart dancing with joy about how beautifully she sang. So obviously I don't think I'll ever dance.
But you think that Sunidhi has given some of the
And
finest
millions
songs
of
for you?
people wanting to see me dance, they'll want to
You know, it will be incredible sight. It will be the incredible sight for them to just see you dancing, in fact. Can we ever see you dancing in any of your movies?
way.
Can you act in any of your movies ever?
No, I don't think so.
What are you doing next apart from these things? Anything more in the pipeline?
I've got about 134 things in the pipeline, so I don't know which one I'll start when.
Great, alright, that was Gopal Varma. As always, very, very interesting conversation with him. He has spoken about Dan, Natalia Korsh, who's done the song in that particular movie. He has spoken about the release strategy of the film, when is the first promo is coming out, when the movie is releasing. He's also spoken about in detail about 2611, the movie that is based on the 2611 event, and it's starting on March 10th. The shooting is starting on March 10th. He'll be using multiple cameras. That'll be interesting. And the movie most really will be releasing by a later part of this year. And disappointing all his fans, you won't be able to see Gopal Varma dance ever. So thank you very much, sir. Lovely to have you on Bollywood Hungama as always.
Yeah.
And looking forward to Department and 2611 for sure and all your future ventures.
Okay, thanks.
That's all from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.